What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. This is another upload from that backlog on the flash drive that I had found. This one had commentary ready to go on it, so you just got to keep in mind some things I mentioned about the channel or the Discord may be a little out of date. Let's get into the gameplay. This one's going to be with the War Axe. Depending on when this comes out, like I think I scheduled it for Monday or something. But I've been using the War Axe a lot lately in recent videos because I changed the skin on it to that new one that came out with the last Battle Pass. And it's like when someone gets a new haircut, they just feel good, they feel confident. So we're going to use this a little bit. I don't like it as much as the faction-specific skins, but it's really cool and refreshing when you switch up your cosmetics. I don't know, just one of those things. Let me know what your guys' favorite weapon skins or armor skins are down below. It was pretty funny because kills were even this game, despite usually on attack you're gonna have a lot more kills. So what we did was kind of ignore the objective at first because I thought I could have a big enough influence on this game where if I had to push the cart and do it myself I could. So we're just kind of hanging out on the sides, going on a nice little streak to start the game, using bandages when we can. We are supporting the team and we are killing people. It helps your team when you send people back to the spawn wave, but I'm not exactly right on the cart. Something else I want to address while we watch our team move up a little bit here, unfortunately I helped that archer, so I'm getting a lot of comments. I've realized before I started YouTube that my calling card as a player, like my signature thing if you will, is footwork. And it's been really apparent that that's what people notice watching me in the comments. So it's not even just people who are like veterans notice it. Now I'm getting requests to kind of explain what is my thought process or how to improve on footwork, and unfortunately I don't have a good answer for this. I honestly think it's one of those things that just comes naturally. That's not the only way, right? It's not like real life. But it also just comes with playing the game enough, because you just have to get a feel for different weapons and how to space yourself and how to weave in and out of combat and 1vx. A lot of it is I don't think it's something you can necessarily practice. And right there I did a pretty solid job. And the other problem with explaining it is I just go with the flow and kind of read and react, so I can't even tell you what I'm thinking in individual moments. It's kind of, I have a friend that refers to that as flow state, and that's kind of what it, if I'm using that correctly, that's kind of what it is with me in this game a little bit. Now that we got that death out of the way, we're gonna push up and just get reckless with it. Like I said, it's just a fun way to play the War Axe. I don't know if it's the best way, but just being that berserker type. I'm actually thinking the Battle Axe may be kind of fun to pick back up, because you can kind of do a similar thing with the speed, and you're not going to drag as much while you're going balls to the wall like that. Something else I might try in a video coming up. Kind of odd that we spawned right in the middle of all these guys. I guess they were really pushed up on us. Nice feint there to secure the win in the duel. That guy was he gave me some trouble. That's all I'll say. Not in a bad way. It was a good little rivalry. You know how I've talked about that. Each game has this its own little mini boss that you go after the person, they go after you maybe, or you just see each other a lot. So I didn't see his level, but he seemed pretty good. He actually gets me a little bit later. You'll see. I may get rid of this helmet because I swear it's getting me targeted by archers more. The horn helmet really does, I think that it's like the tournament helmet, that's what it's called. There's something else called the horn helmet, but it makes me think I'm leading a dark fantasy supervillain army, and I'm at the head of it. So I don't know, but archers just see it and they want to shoot you all the time, so it's getting a little infuriating. We may switch this up. Modern day Shawnee Salami checking in to let you know I'm editing out the fast forward, so that's what this fadeaway is. It was a long walk back. pretty cool moment here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die, so what I do is try and delay them from capturing the gatehouse as long as I can. We get the guy with the spear, which is a little bit of a difficult matchup, I feel like, when I'm using the war axe. So yeah, we're just gonna delay everybody trying to get to the gatehouse and capture it back. Now this archer, this is the only archer I've ever seen that I like, because he put his bow away and took out a knife to fight me and actually didn't do a bad job. I think I get killed because help comes, but like, credit to this dude. Like, maybe archers are people and deserve rights after all, because he was like, you know what, let's just throw hands. I love to see that. And looking back at this recording, we did end up capturing it right there, so I guess that was worth the death, because we got the gatehouse and we're back on the convoy. Now we're getting worried about that ballista, because nothing drives me up a wall. Even worse than archers is getting killed by siege equipment. And better yet, this is an archer on a ballista, so he's taking a spot from the other archers that could be playing archer, and he's just shooting a ballista. So very selfish, typical archer behavior, but we kill them pretty easily because, you know, they're not, they don't know how to use their weapon. They're just shooting and playing Call of Duty. Solid 1vx going here, including against another level 1000 Chad. I don't know how people feel about call-outs or shout-outs if I don't know them, but he's a good player, and he's not going to let me win there, so credit to him. Nice duel here with the mini boss. It was kind of funny because I wasn't sure why I kept missing so much, but if you look closely, like I think I actually hit those wood piles, or not wood piles, those trees. And what's pretty cool is he's like weaving in and out of them so that I hit them a few times. Like other times he did counter, but that was a very smart thing by him if he was doing that on purpose. This is like when Aragorn and Gimli jump into that bridge and attack everyone. It felt pretty cinematic and cool. And I helped clear out a little bit. I do think I die in a second here, but we did a really good job of getting rid of those guys. And then the rest of the... Oh, I actually guess I did survive. So then the team's able to move up and we secure this objective. And credit to that... I keep saying credit to that dude. I need to come up with new words. I don't have a good vocabulary. But that guy a second ago stayed alive a really long time by himself, so the convoy still hasn't been pushed yet. We're about to get it through, but that guy pretty much delayed everything on his own.
I'll cover you. I'm ready. Barricade must be cleared from the road.
Around this time is where I start to go on a little bit of a death streak. I still finished first on my team by a fair amount, but my game does fall off a little bit here. I think if I wasn't recording, I probably would have switched up the weapons, because I do like to keep the same weapon for per video, just because it's easier to make a title or whatever and be honest about it. Clickbait titles are fun, but you know, you don't want to overdo it. Anyway, so what I often do, I've talked about this before, is if I go cold a little bit, I switch to the longsword, because that's like, what would you call that? Like a comfort weapon, right? I'm curious if you guys have something like that. Like if nothing's working, is there a weapon that you just get your... sounds like I'm talking about a sport, like a real life sport, like your fundamentals back, like it's your get right weapon. Once you start doing that or using that, it clicks, and then you can go back to playing how you usually do. Here we laugh at an archer shooting us and then running away. Always assert dominance over them.
Everyone, focus on smashing the gate.
This was the one time in the game I got really mad. It was a little strange. So, watch. I don't get kicked. I thought I should have hit him there. I don't understand what happened. I didn't excel, but despite his kick not breaking my guard and me swinging like 0.1 second later, he didn't get the kill. It is what it is. Good kill by him, but I was surprised that... I don't know. Sometimes this game feels off. It feels like the servers or whatever that is has gotten worse the whole time the game has been going on. So I know what's going to happen immediately as soon as I walk here, because everyone who hogs the catapult's a fucking idiot. And there you go. Exactly what I thought would happen. So I laughed for the clip, because I'm just like, catapult users, like, just don't do it, man. Like, just try and do the objective and get off them. I hate siege equipment. I know it should be in the game, but like, I see the barricades and I'm like, yeah, this guy's going to kill us all while we try and break it. Exactly as I thought. I'm too smart sometimes. Not when I do this, though, and running like 50 people. Honestly, I was so excited. I look around, no one's here. I flourish for an anime style showdown. That Excel should have hit him, and he does get help, which isn't his fault, obviously, but it would have been really cool if we did get a, like I said, like an anime style duel. However, we do have the kind of reverse situation happen, all at this roll instead of fast forwarding. So we start to go for the other entrance, and we meet this guy, and I tell the boss to fuck off, no, and we get in a really cool fight here. This is another high level player, and you could tell based on how he's fighting, but I do good footwork to kind of avoid some of his swings, even to cover up some mistakes. Excel through his miss, and then we come out on top. Hit him with the respect emote, because even though it's a short duel, that's kind of how the team objectives duels go a little bit. They're never really like, they're not going to be as long as like an actual like 1v1. It's not even close to the same thing. Those people are insane. I don't know how they have fun, but they're much better players than I am. And yeah, so he comes running right back, actually, which credit to him. That's what you want to do when you get killed. And this is a new strategy I'm seeing. I don't know when it started. People are shooting the ballista through that little opening in the window. Watch, you'll see it here in a second. And it actually seems to be pretty effective. Like, you can hit the Duke. This is something I've only seen recently. Like, look at that. He just missed him. So yeah, guys, a nice War Axe video on Dark Forest. The Duke dies very quickly at the end, and we are able to get the win. And I'm going to put up a tier list video I did of the new update. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check that out. It's right above. Love you guys. See you in the next one.